Good evening. This is K4PW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 146.415. We're on net number 1181, and that's funny how I look at myself in slow motion over there. I got two PCs going. 1181. We'll be starting from the north, but let's get through it. If there any emergency traffic, it should have been a quick one if you had any. Also, announcements I have for tonight is Sunday Night Net. Don't forget about it. 8 p.m. one at 28.415. Michael KM4YRF does that tri-mode net. It goes from 10 meters upper side band to 10 meters FM to 10 meters C4 FM. The only one in this Galaxy, I'm pretty sure it only does all three modes in one net. So that's unique. And I want to thank Michael for doing that on Wednesday night so I could goof off. He does a great job with the nets, I might add. He does them a lot quicker than I do. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe you guys are telling me something, you like it. But anyway, I'll try to move along tonight. It should be a pretty easy net. Anyway, you guys all saw, I'm pretty sure you saw the Snowmageddon picture of Nashville, which I thought was cheap and easy, like Charles asked me how I did those. And sometimes they're really easy. I did that one with Trump and Maduro. That one was done with ChatGTP too. I'm trying to remember if there was any others I had in there. Don't recall. But anyway, that ChatGTP, try it out sometime. ChatGTP, it's free. Don't have to do a thing. And if you want the really, really big stuff, I guess you have to pay the, $20 a month or something, but I'm not doing that. Because what I can do with it is just fine. It is really good. Anyway, I'm not trying to advertise for that because I have no part in it. Where else was I? Was there any other announcements I'm missing? Oh yeah, today and tomorrow is Winter Field Day, but everybody seemed to cancel their field day due to bad weather conditions. When in fact, that was the whole point of field day, was to work through whatever conditions you got outside to get on the air. Winter field day is a little tough with that. So I'm not putting anybody down. I wouldn't want to sit out in the cold either. It was bad enough I had to go out and mess with the cars in the driveway and getting the cars all prepared for the winter. Any other announcements I don't know about? All right, you can see I got my wool cap on to signify that this is a severe winter storm, and the one channel on TV the local channel was on 24 hours talking about the winter storm. And there's one thing I had a gripe about it. Have you ever watched that channel? That's got the only name I can remember is that Wilgos, I think it is. Whatever her name is, she's the gal who's on every night on the national. Who is that? Do you know what channel is it? Nobody knows. Okay, am I in the right frequency? Yeah. What's interesting about it is that almost all of the correspondents out on the streets, almost all, like 85% of them are women. I don't understand it. Men, I guess, don't want those jobs working for a TV station. I don't know. Anyway, it just seemed odd that almost all of them were women. You'd think it was, to be fair, that half would be women and half would be men. Not half women and half men, but one half of the employees would be men and the other half would be women. All right. Let's see. I don't have anything else other than we'll go ahead and get started. And this is, like I said, net number 1181. We'll be starting from the north, but first we'll take check-ins from people short on time, mobile, or first-time check-in.
4 TJF.
All right, we got KN4 TJF. Well, there was another station there, so hold on one second. That's Rick over there in the far west. Rick, you doing all right over there? You survived the winter storm?
Yeah, I'm sitting here high above the snow and ice-covered Ashland City.
I'll bet. Yeah, we had our fair share of icy conditions here as well, and all over, I guess, for most places. Everything else all right?
Everything seems to be fine. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate it. KN4 TJF. To the next guy.
Yeah, very good. We're the only connection that they have. He's so far out to the west, he can't even talk to anybody else but us. That was Rick, KN4 TJF. Who else is short on time, mobile or first time?
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, as far as the women getting that job, the men are driving. They're not going to let the woman drive. KD4TV, go ahead and check me in.
They're driving the women to the jobs?
No, you're talking about the weather people?
Well, I'm talking about all the people they had out on the street today in different locations around Middle Tennessee, talking about weather, road conditions, etc. They weren't all meteorologists.
I got you. I thought you were talking about the ones who were driving on the streets. Anyway, well, go ahead.
All right, no problem. I just get curious. It just struck me funny that each time I was watching it, I wasn't paying that close of attention. But then when I was, every one of them was a gal, and I thought and they weren't all that good. They were just kind of average, and they kept repeating the same crap, except not in a necessarily good way. It was all right. Don't get me wrong. It was like sometimes listening to the gals, I thought I was listening to a kindergarten teacher talking to the students. Anyway, anybody else short on time, mobile or first time checking? All righty, over then we're going to start from the north. Please come now. All right, a little bit of a double in there, but Wes 1. How you doing, Wes? You survived?
Yeah, we got humidifiers going here. It's like a desert in the house, but I heard Rick. I don't always hear him, and that's a pretty far haul from here. But otherwise, everything is good in Possumtown, Tennessee. KE4TWI.
Yeah, very good. That's Wes. KE4TWI. Yeah, it is pretty dry everywhere. I'm sure I told you guys when I was up in Minneapolis way back in the dark ages around 83 or so. We got to Minneapolis. It was 5 below, and I had to take. It was so dry. How dry was it? So dry. I had to take one of those ice buckets, fill it full of water. I took a towel, draped it over soaked it in the water, and then put it in the ice bucket and created a wick, and then put it on top of the heating, the heater, the blower, and that was the way we humidified the room. And my nose, because my nose the second day was bleeding. My lips were all cracked. It was terrible. Anyway, but not a big, huge issue, but sure is a pain if you're not used to that. Coming from Florida, I felt like I was in the Sahara Desert, except a cold one. Anyway, who else besides Wes over in where the heck is he? Oh, Possumtown, that's where he is. Who else is north?
KD4GON.
KD4GON. Danny, everything going well since we last talked?
Oh, yeah, it's going good. I wanted to tell Mark thank you for the information, and I'll be in touch.
Okay, as long as Mark got that message, if he's still online here. All righty, we don't know. Anyway, that was Danny. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else is north?
KB9RKK.
NOL, and yeah, Danny, I got it.
All right, we got Mark in it. Hold on, Mark. That was KB9RKK. That's Frank. Everything going well in your sector?
Yes, sir. No problems here.
No, other than it being too cold to go outside and sit outside and have dessert or something.
Right. I was tempted to go out there and have fun. Saw 3 kids go by, one on a 4-wheeler and 2 on little mini dirt bikes in the snow, and I'm like, man, I want to go play.
Yeah, but you don't want to be on a dirt bike on icy roads, man. That's a license for failure.
No, I wasn't. I don't have one anyway. But I got a 4-wheel drive. I could have had fun with.
Well, somebody mentioned today at breakfast that the crazy things you did in your youth, and one of the things, even I don't know, maybe you did, Frank, up where you lived in Illinois, but we had toboggans, and that can be a very dangerous enterprise. We had a couple of guys get knocked out because they hit a building because it ran off track and busted teeth, and I don't think he broke any bones, but man, you could hurt yourself bad in snowing stuff and skiing. Of course, you can die skiing.
Yeah, no, it's, I did it, and I say no, I didn't get real hurt, but yeah, I did all this stuff, but, probably the one that you're not supposed to do is, when you grab on the car bumper and you slide, you get towed behind them on the snow.
Yeah, we used to call that car hopping, and, yeah, I did some pretty one guy decided to make a game of it on this long stretch after a stop sign, and he just kept going faster and faster. I presumed he was doing, I'm going to say 30 or 35 miles an hour with me holding onto the bump. And finally I realized I don't know if there's any pavement up ahead that's dry, so I let go of it. and fortunately I was able to maintain my balance sliding on my, my snow boots to a full stop. But it was moving right along.
Yep. As long as it's really slick, it's fine. But you hit a dry spot. Oh, that ain't good.
Yeah. Make me laugh because, man, we used to have so much. In fact, we used to. Did anybody ever jump out of the car and try to chase you off?
All the time. All the time. Or even people that weren't driving, like adults that were, walking down the street, chasing you, or the worst ones are when they recognize who you are and they're, like they know your parents.
Yeah, I actually would say there was some other people too that they wouldn't play the game and they'd sit at the stop sign and you just sit there with the exhaust blowing in your face while you're waiting for him to take it off, and he never did. And finally, you just got up and walked away.
Yeah, well, it was either that or we would do this other. I don't know. As kids, we did some really stupid things when you think about it. Like, let's tag the car as it goes by. I don't mean throw it. Like, literally touch it. Like, can you touch the car as it's going by? Like, what were we thinking?
Not too clearly, actually.
Yeah, but no, it looked like those kids were having fun. But I stayed put. It's yeah, and I've been doing the winter field day from the house, so I kind of said, okay, I'm going to still do it. We canceled it for many reasons, really because of where it was at in the forest preserve and where you got to park your vehicle. Nobody really liked the idea of a bunch of branches falling on your car.
Oh, right. That would be a little rough. Anything else for the net, Frank?
Negative. I'll let Mark take over there, KV9RKK.
Very good. That's Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Mark, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
See, I know you didn't do anything dumb when you were young.
We all did dumb things when we were little. Not little, but I mean young. I guess the fact that we survived to live as long as we have is testament to just good luck. It has nothing to do with our judgment.
No. If you and I and whoever else did those kind of things when they were young, if there was justice, we'd all be disabled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all did those things. I had snow skis, and we did the same thing, pulling people behind the car and with skis on. And you think about that, my Lord, you hit a curb or something like that, you'd go flying. But I don't know. I guess they just say, well, if he's going too fast, we could let go.
Just have a small little question.
Yeah, very good, Mark. Who was the question?
Are you doing south, or have you already done it?
No. South is coming up. We're north at the moment. We'll be coming down there in a couple minutes.
Okay, thank you. KR480J out.
Yeah, Mark, we're lucky to be alive, actually, because millions of things can happen when you're doing stupid things.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm not doing stupid things anymore, so life is kind of boring. Didn't go out of the house today.
Yeah, we had breakfast this morning. There were all of four of us there, but we had a good time anyway. But we skedaddled, as they say, when we saw the snow was starting to come down pretty heavy. So, and the snow was pretty thick I say thick. It was blowing pretty good by 9:30 when we left.
Yeah, well, I wasn't up yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, you don't get extra credit for sleeping in, but I appreciate why you would want to sleep in on a day like today. Anyway, that's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar up by the beach, a very cold beach on the Cumberland River. Who else is north?
KN4ERI.
Very good, Eric. Appreciate that for reminding me about that thing. I need to put that in today so I don't forget with the GPS.
Yeah, no problem. It's funny because I had mine wrong too. I forgot to change mine after I got it back from the shop.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't let it go after I should know enough to put it back in there, and I didn't do it. So kind of dumb. In fact, they ought to tell you, put your crap back in the radio. In fact, I'm surprised it doesn't show up when you do the programming from the ASU programming on the computer. You can put it in there.
I'm sure you can. You just got to figure out where it's at. I don't think I've downloaded this one after I got it fixed. But anyways, yep, appreciate you doing the net and staying warm and keeping on the radio there. So I think that's about all I got. KN4ERI, back to you, Paul.
Very good. That's Eric. He's in Goodlettsville, Kilo November 4, Echo Romeo, India, and he's got a big signal, of course. Not of course, he's just a big signal for where he is. He's good, a little farther than most people. Who else is north?
Whiskey 4 November, Papa.
David. Yeah, you had to raise that stinking that mileage issue, and we had to get that straightened out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset the everybody with their radio programming, but I don't know, just the way it happens sometimes.
All right, we're going to make a new rule that nobody's going to pay attention to us. You have to have the lat long in there as well as your call sign, or you can't check in.
Well, I just brung up the lat long, the mileage part. Eric brung up the call sign.
Oh, so you only want to take half the blame.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll just take half the blame for that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It is better. I mean, if we got the features, we might as well use them.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's kind of neat to see the mileage part. I know who I'm talking to, but it's neat to see the mileage too.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anything good for the net, David, up there in White House?
I'm just keeping my toes in the sand here and my belly full.
You ever get to keep Ray in line up there?
Oh, well, yeah. You know how it is. You just let bygones be bygones, right?
Listen, if what's great about life and what's great about ham radio is everybody's different.
Yeah, well, you know, I was sitting here while I'm listening to the net, and I'm watching Looney Tunes here, and I'm putting faces with characters.
Please don't tell me what they are.
I'll leave that to everybody's imagination.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's I am one of those people, just predominantly because I was in a lot of sales type jobs where I had to deal with a lot of different people. So I'm very resilient about meeting people. The only ones the only people I don't get along with, I'll say that it sounds dumb to say it that way, but if I meet somebody who is obviously a pathological liar, I never talk to them again unless they happen to they run into me and say hi. You know, I don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, well, there's usually you can judge by the fruits of the labor there, right?
Oh no, you can. Yes, no. It's again. Let's qualify that a little bit. People in Navy people are known to exaggerate just a little bit about stories at sea, and so do other military people. And ham radio operators tend to exaggerate a little bit about signal reports, and so that's not really a lying. It's just exaggeration.
Are you kidding me? I'm a fisherman.
Oh yeah, fisherman. Man, you know what I got most? You know, the biggest thing I caught when I was fishing was sunburn.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just funny. Yeah, the one that got away. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times I just pretend to know what I thought was on the hook that got away from me.
That's the best way to keep it.
No, really, the best part about fishing is that you're out in the woods, or you're in a pond, a lake, or a river, or out in the ocean, and it doesn't really matter if you catch fish or not. Not really. You're just out there.
It's just part of being with nature, I guess. All right, I'll let you move on, Paul. Appreciate all the nets, and hope everybody stays safe and warm.
Very good. That's David, Whiskey 4, November Papa, and he's November Papa, and he's in the White House. Who else is north?
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
You couldn't brave the elements to go out this morning, huh?
Well, it wasn't the getting there. It was the 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours it would take me to get home if it started snowing.
Oh, I know. But I left later than I should have. It was snowing enough that there was some, I could have had difficulties on a couple of the roads that weren't on the main highway, because we left at 9:30, which was early, and by the time I got home at 10 minutes to 10, I was afraid I wasn't going to get up my street because it looked pretty slick.
Yep. And you know, these people, 80 degrees at noon, they have a hard time. You get a couple inches of snow on the ground, I'd be stuck in Mount Juliet for an hour.
Yeah, no, it's no. That's what I would expect. If there's a possibility that you're going to get stuck, at least regional right from where you are, then there's no reason to leave the house.
Yeah, no, I thought about that. I thought, nah, I'm just going to sleep in.
Well, I noticed Brian's not here, so I wonder if he made it home for the breakfast.
I haven't heard him. I haven't heard him today.
No, that may be he may be stuck in a ditch somewhere.
Still in Madison.
Well, I'm not laughing. I hope that didn't happen to him. Anyway, anything else, Daniel?
No, other than about the last thing you guys were talking about, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. KQ4OMI. Back to Nick Control.
Well, everybody knows inherently if there's a little bit of exaggeration for effect in a story. Like, for instance, one of the most common ones, and a lot of people, I'm sure I've said the same thing, and it's I'll go, this thing, and all of a sudden you were surprised by something, a bear or somebody, and you say, man, I jumped 5 feet off the ground. And you go, yeah, sure you did.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe Michael Jordan can do that, but not me. Anyway, nothing else, Daniel?
No, I got nothing else. Thanks for doing that.
Very good. That's Daniel. He's in Hendersonville. Kilo, Quebec for Oscar, Mike, Indy. Anybody else? North? All right. Who is that? Somebody copy me because all I'm hearing is hash. Anybody copying that? I have no idea who that is, and nobody else can hear who that is.
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
I hear a couple in there, Paul.
November 8th, November Hotel Tango.
Well, I've got that one. That one's pretty clear. There was another one that kept transmitting, and I couldn't hear anything.
AC9IM, Steve.
Oh, very good. Yeah, appreciate the relay on that. Steve, if you can hear me, appreciate you being there. I hope the conditions and snow up there are better than ours. We're kind of all locked in here if you live in a remote neighborhood because it's pretty icy out there. Steve, appreciate you being there. That's Alpha Charlie 9 India Mike. Steve, and he's in Scottsville, Kentucky. I'm glad somebody can hear. I used to be able to hear him, but I can't hear him now. So I may be improving my antennas here, not this week, but where I'll be able to do a little better. Anyway, Hayes, I hear you in there.
Yeah, sorry, Paul. I thought it was me you couldn't hear.
Nah, I can always hear you unless you're using the wrong microphone or something.
Yeah, the radio was acting weird, and I looked and I had the voltage turned down too low on my power supply, and the lights were flickering. So I thought maybe that's what was going on, but I guess you could hear me anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not a good idea to put the voltage too low.
Yeah, roger that. I just realized that. I just turned it back up to 12. It's probably like on 10 volts or something.
Yeah, lower volts means higher amps.
Yeah, it's functioning now. So you had the breakfast today, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was good. Yeah, the place was practically empty, though. I mean, there was a lot of people who bailed today.
Yeah, that's driving all the way from Hendersonville, I didn't really feel like going all the way there. I knew my stay would be cut short anyway, so I just decided not to risk it.
Yeah, I get it. I'm only about 10 minutes from there, so it's not a big deal for me. But even then, when we left, like I said, when I left at 9:30, I thought, oh, man, I should have left earlier.
Yeah, roger that. I was on 20 meters yesterday talking to a guy from Kansas and some other guy from Florida, chatting for a while, and I ran into a guy from Hendersonville. That was weird. I never ran into a local person on that band before, and I'd never heard him before. I don't think he's involved with UHF or VHF.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. I did the same. I called out when I first got here. I was using, it was probably on 20 meters, if I recall correctly, and it was on PSK 31, and calling, because somebody comes back to me, and I got, I'm reading it on the screen. I go, hey, wait a minute, he lives right around the corner. He lives, his Mike Jordan, MDJ, KM4 MDJ. He lives over there behind Providence, a mile or so. Here I'm trying to work the world, and I end up with a neighbor.
Yeah, that's funny. It's weird. That happened another time on 17 meters where you run into somebody local on ground wave. I'm like, that is weird. The guy from Hendersonville literally lived almost walking distance from me. And I'm like, well, that signal, there was a lot of QSB in and out, but that signal certainly wasn't
Yeah, I probably said this before. When I was in Florida, in Tampa, I used to go, not every weekend, but I'd go out on like a Saturday night or a Friday night at the top of Tampa Bay, in this where the boat ramp. There's a boat ramp there, and one side of the boat ramp, one side of the highway is a marsh, the top of the bay, and the other side is Tampa Bay itself, the ocean, or the Gulf of America, I guess we're calling it. And because I could work the world sometimes, so I sat there one night for probably 20 minutes calling out my call over and over and over, no response. Finally, this guy comes back to me, and I go, "Oh, awesome!" I said, "Where are you at?" He said, "I'm over here in Clearwater." Oh, great.
Yeah, it's funny. It was weird, man. Yeah, you say you do. I've never tried digital modes. I really want to try FT8 sometime, though, just to kind of just to see what it's all about. If I would think it's fun or addictive.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. You can work a lot of stations. That's the beauty of it on all of those modes. Now that the other modes, the real fancy ones that you practically don't even hear a signal, the computer hears it for you, and you can work stations. Oh my gosh, I did. I wasn't on FT8 though. I didn't use that mode. It was another mode, JT65, I think it was one of those that preceded FT8, and I worked 48 or 49 states in 30 days, and I said, okay, I think I'm done with digital.
Yeah, I know. I guess it's just something I wanted to try. And then Hayden, since Hayden is not that social, maybe he would like a mode like FD8 where it's more like collecting than it is talking to people. Who knows? But that's something in the future. Maybe I'll try it sometime, but got to figure out how to set it up and stuff. Anyway, I'll try not to be any more long-winded, Paul. K4PW, nice talking to you, buddy. This is November 8, November Hotel Tango. I'll turn it back over to Ned.
Yep, very good. That was Hayes in Hendersonville, November 8, November Hotel Tango. Anybody else north?
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
KN4ERI. Hey, if you need help setting up FT8, I just got mine running today on my new radio, and yeah, I've made 20, 30 contacts, and when I had it set up before, I actually got Antarctica, and I think I had like a negative 24 signal or something on it, but I was still able to get the contact. So it is kind of fun. You know, it's not very engaging, but yeah, it's cool to do it.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. And I might hit you up on that, too. Maybe I'll even talk to you on it all the way to Hendersonville, N8NHT.
Okay, just reminded me we're going to do a new net. It's going to be FT8 on 2 meters.
I've done it before.
I have too. No, it wasn't FT8. It was one of the digital modes. It might have been PSK31 when I first got that rolling, I think. And I was just interested. In fact, I didn't even have it hooked up. I was taking, this guy says, you can do it without any of the setup things. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, just take your microphone and put it up to the computer speaker, and you can do it. And that's the way I did it. It worked great.
KR4IDJ out.
All right. You're not going to wait for us to do it? K4IDJ, I'll check you in right now.
What?
You don't want me to check you? You said you're checking out. I figured you were leaving.
Yeah, I thought that, I thought that, you said we were going to FT8 on 2 meter. I misconcepted that. Sorry. KR4IDJ out.
Yeah, I got you. No, we're not going to FT8 on 2 meters. It was just kind of a joke, but you could do it. We could have nets like that. They just wouldn't. There'd be very few participants. Anyway, anything else? Let's see. We have Steve. All right. No, anything else, Eric? Yeah, that's good. I think we're done with Eric and Hayes, right?
Yeah, Roger.
All right. Very good. So I want to make sure you guys want to schedule something. Anybody else north?
K84VW.
K84VUW. You doing okay, Carlin?
Oh, yeah.
Anything good for the net?
Yeah. Well, hope everybody stays warm.
Yeah, that's kind of a key thing, especially as it gets colder in the next few days. It's going to be really, really, really cold. I'm prepared. I hope everyone else is.
About as prepared as I can be.
Well, the only thing I would like to prepare, if I had one, I do not have an emergency generator. And it's not that I ever worry about it, but if we lose power, I won't have the gas heat because the blower won't have power. That's the only. So I guess I'd go out and sit in the car, with the 6 dogs, my wife, and the 2 cats, and sitting in the car warming up.
Yeah, Wish I had a Rick of Woods on standby. If I had that, I could keep it warm in here, but I ain't, so just got to keep my fingers crossed and hope the fire stays on.
Oh, yeah. Well, very good. Anything else, Carlin?
I guess not. Hello, everybody. Toodaloo, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one up, whichever way we're going. I think 446, I believe. So anyway, I don't know. K4VW, turn it back over to Nick Control.
No, next night will be 144-240. That was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north? Can I guess that's Steve up in Kentucky? I guess, anybody else copying Steve?
That's Steve.
All righty. W4WKU. Very good. Steve, good to hear you in there. I can't hear you, though, unfortunately. I'm going to get that straightened out. Well, I'll break the good news. The news. When I get that other that FT, when I get the other X700, I'm going to phase two X700s together out in the backyard and see if that improves the reception. It's supposed to gain by doing two identical antennas phased. Hooking them up in phase, you gain about 3 dBi. So we'll see if that helps out. Anyway, good to have you in there, Steve. All right. Anybody else north? All right. We'll move over to the west.
Okay, IDC Mobile.
K4 IDC Mobile. Doing all right, Robin?
All good. Coming home from work.
Oh, wow. Are they having a lot of issues, I take it?
No, not that I'm really aware of, but we are well staffed for what may still come.
Well, yeah. I'm hoping there aren't any of those issues. That's one busy. When there's ice storms that really are dangerous, and that's when the utility companies go crazy.
Yep, they're calling in 2 bucket truck crews from every service center, and a bunch of other stuff. I've been there since 6 a.m. I'm glad to be going home.
Oh, I'll bet. Well, they also ought to give everybody a rebate because with colder electrical utility lines, it makes it more efficient.
Yeah, you pursue that.
Yeah. No, I don't know I don't even know if you can calculate that. You know that?
Oh, there's some engineer somewhere that can do that. Matter of fact, we probably have a few of them.
Yeah, I got you. Anyway, anything else from that, Robin?
No. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Y'all carry on. Have a good one. K4 IDC Mobile.
Yep, that's Robin, K4 IDC, and he's mobile tonight. He's coming home from work now after showing up there at 6 a.m., so it's only a 14-hour day or so, maybe 15. Who else is west?
KC4 TNQ.
KC4 TNQ, that would be Charles in West Nashville. I know you're doing all right. Your signal sounds good tonight.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you're sounding real good. Got the preamp on. You're 10 over 9.
Well, you know what happened was Danny got me this morning or this afternoon, and he says, you're only, when I was on my not remote, but my crossband repeat talking on the radio on my Kenwood on 50 watts. He says, what radio are you on? And I said, the Kenwood crossband repeat. And he says, well, you got a better signal now than you normally have. Is there something, is it the conditions or what? I go, I don't think it is. I said, well, let me go over to the other radio. I was in the other room. I came over here and turned on this radio, the ASU, which I normally use for the nets. Excuse me. And I looked and I realized I'd been using it on 31 watts for I don't know how long.
Well, you learn something every day, don't you, Paul?
Yeah, I learned that I'm absent-minded.
Comment.
Yeah, Mike.
Man, Charles is S9 to me tonight. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he has a great signal.
Yeah, I hear you too, Michael. Sound good tonight. So y'all have a good evening. I'm going to call tonight to KC4 TNQ.
Yeah, he's 30 over to me. It's amazing what a difference it is between you and me, Mike. Anyway, that was Charles in West Nashville. Who else is, that's KC4TNQ. Who else?
Number 4, Delta is Juliet Tango.
Hey, very good. How are you doing tonight, Don?
I'm doing pretty good. Just watching the weather. You guys out in the east of Nashville are looking like you're going to have a better time of it than us out here in the western hinterlands. I think I'm going to be in ice all day. Well, I'm in ice right now, but all day tomorrow. So we'll see if I have antennas left over by Monday morning.
Oh, yeah. No, some areas are going to be worse. I still think we have some freezing rain left to do here in the rest of Middle Tennessee over the next couple of days, and it doesn't look like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And at least till Sunday night. Monday morning, most of the precipitation will have gone. We'll have some lingering snow squalls, but nothing serious. But yeah, I'm just waiting for this ice. It's my worry. Hopefully everything will still be up in the air and not bent to heck. And your idea about phasing 2 X700s will work as long as you remember that the gain will be bidirectional. It'll have an egg pattern like a dipole. And technically you could phase 4 of them and run them as a 4-square configuration. But it's kind of expensive. You can just buy a Yagi for $400 and put a GB rotor on it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's which I have done. I haven't done that recently, but no, you're right. It is bidirectional. Broadside, I believe, is on that configuration. Is it not?
Yep, broadside to the plane you both sit on. Correct.
Yep. Well, I guess you know what I thought about doing, but only for about a split second, and I was going to mount the 2 so that I could rotate the 2 of them together, the 2 antennas.
Comment.
Good, but you still get directivity out of it, right? So just put up a small Yagi, like a 4 or 5 elements, will get you some gain, and it'll have a pretty broad pattern. Like you put up a 10 element, it's going to be a very narrow pattern, but 3 or 4 or 5 element Yagi is not going to have, you're definitely going to have rejection on the back, but it'll have a pretty wide pattern in the front.
Oh, absolutely. Which I have done that, but I just don't have it hooked up now. Robin, you had a comment there?
Have you considered putting up a bidirectional Yagi in your attic on a rotator? You don't have to swing it 90 degrees, or maybe 4 Yagis and switch between them.
I don't know if you remember, I started out putting a Yagi in the attic, and I realized why sometimes it was problematic is because of the foil facing on the north and south ends of my house.
Ah, okay. Well, you do the same thing outside.
Yes, I agree. I actually was going to, no, I said, I don't want to, Wes and I were talking about putting up a corner reflector, then we realized how big it was.
They get rather large at 2 meters.
Yeah, that's right. Even at 70 centimeters, it's not a little thing.
That's correct. He's got one.
Oh, he does. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I gave it to him years ago.
I don't think he has it up in the air, though, does he?
No, probably not.
Yeah, very good. And of course, unless you make the reflector itself out of, I guess if I were to make one, I put it outside, I'd make that reflector out of chicken wire or something.
That'd be an economical approach, and it'd last a season or 2.
Well, I say chicken wire. How about rabbit wire?
Squirrel.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The heavier gauge wire, not that. I just because the wind load would be horrendous with a piece of sheet metal.
Oh, you got that PVC mask.
Don't remind me, man. I gave up. In fact, I ran across that pipe this morning. I said, why don't I put that somewhere else?
Carry on.
Very good. That was Robin. Don, you got anything else?
No, that's about it, man. Good luck with your antenna endeavors, and good luck with mine. I have my friend up in Pennsylvania. He actually surrendered his license and got out of the hobby completely, but he's done in like the 40 years he was licensed. He's like done it all. And he's like, well, if your antennas fall down, let me know. I've got a stepper and a few verticals here and a whole
bunch of dipoles you can have. I'll send them to you.
Oh gosh, what a find that would be, huh?
Yeah, but that stepper up here, I don't think it would last more than a couple of years. It's awful windy up here on the hill.
Well, I'm told step-by-R can have some difficulties with operations over time.
Yeah, that's why I don't have one. I looked at getting one. I really did. Hard look. And but yeah, I didn't want mechanical stuff to top my tower if it broke, right? It's bad enough my rotor broke, and I can't turn my Yagi, but if the motor and the stepper broke, I couldn't even tune the antenna. So yeah, that's why I went with the traditional Yagi and not the stepper. But at least it'd be an antenna that I wouldn't have to buy if the worst happened. So I got that out. So if I wake up Monday morning, my antennas are drooped over and they don't look like they're going to come back, then I'll hit them up on an offer. That's about it, my man. I'll let you all get back answered. Appreciate what you do, my friend.
All right, very good. Appreciate the kind words. That's November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. He's in Bon Aqua. That's Don. Who else is West?
KG4ILV.
Thanks for waiting patiently. I had your name written, your call written down, but four got in your way here.
I'm patient.
Yeah, well, that's so you say.
Hey, I've been patiently sitting here all day. I did step outside for about 2 minutes, and I came right back in.
Yeah, when I was out messing with the cars, cleaning them up and putting the Visqueen on top of them, and I said I really want to do this again real soon.
Yeah, like never. All right, thanks for checking me in, Paul, and thanks for doing the net. KG4ILV.
Yeah, when I was doing it, I was reminded of how I used to do those things when I lived in the northern clime, and I didn't like it then either. It's fun to play in the snow times and do the fun things, but even when I used to walk home from high school, which wasn't a big deal, it was about a mile, but it was uphill. No, it wasn't uphill, flat, and or you're fishing in the winter on the river and it gets windy. You said, "Man, I really shouldn't be here." Anyway, that was Jack at K4IDC. You don't have anything else for us, do you, Jack?
No, that's it. I'll see you on the next one.
Very good, Jack, KG4ILV. In, where is he? Oh, Donaldson, that's where he is. I should know that by now. Who else is West? Down to the south, Echo.
KR4IDJ.
All right, very well. There was two in there, but Echo 1. That's KR4IDJ. You doing all right, Echo?
Oh, I'm not feeling so good.
Well, I think I'd put on some warm clothes and go to bed and get some hot chocolate or something and take it easy.
No, I mean, I'm not feeling sick. I'm just down.
Nah, you can't be. You're too young to be depressed. It's old folks like us that get depressed.
It's not depression at all. No, never.
Well, you just said you were down. I didn't know. Does that mean you're down with that?
No, I'm just kind of sad right now.
Okay, well, I hope it's about something that's easily resolved.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
All right, well, very good. I hope that works out for you. Anything else? Your station make any improvements?
I mean, I traded my Zygu X6100 in for a USDX SDR receiver. I got a 75 foot of coax, and I hooked that up to a in-fed wire antenna that's about 30 feet. I've been doing some CW on 15 meter, but I don't think I'm reaching the ionosphere enough.
Right, I got you. Well, it takes it takes a good antenna more than it does a radio to get what you want to do.
Yeah, of course. I was thinking to hook it up to my 10 meter radio instead of operate on 15 because it's just about 33 foot.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Because 10 meters in the afternoons it has been recently wide open.
Not what I've been seeing. It's only been open in the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking during the day.
Yeah. But a while back, the whole band was closed.
Oh yeah, it's up and down. It changes obviously over time, but sometimes it's so open you can't even believe it. And then Robin, I didn't get a chance to get there, but Robin pointed out that 6 meters was open off to South America.
Wow. Well, I don't usually get updates about a 6 meter, but if anyone can tell me that it's open, I'd be delighted to go on 6 meter because I have a great enough antenna for it.
Cool. Very good. We try to keep it updated with the groups setting, but those don't always go out immediately sometimes, and so that creates a little bit of a lag time. I know it did with his announcements on 6 meters. It didn't get approved until probably the end of the day.
Comment?
Go ahead, Rob.
Tell them about PSK Reporter.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever used that PSK Reporter? It's called PSK Reporter on the web. Echo?
Yeah, I'll let Robin talk, but KR4IDJ 73.
Very good. That PSK Reporter gives an idea of where all the signals are coming and where they are. You know what I'm talking about? All right. I was talking to you, Echo, about PSK Reporter.
PSK 31, you mean?
No, there's PSK 31 is a mode. PSK Reporter, if you look it up on the web, it's PSK Reporter, and it gives you a map of the world. And it gives all of the signal reports for whatever you put in. If you tell you want to talk about 20 meters in any mode you want, whether it's any of the digital modes, whether it's CW, whatever it is, and it shows all the current stations that are using that mode, and it gives the path to them. Just like if you draw a line, from all of the stations that went from, say, United States to, wherever that station is located in the United States, out to whether it's Brazil or whether it's to Europe or whether it's to Russia. But it'll show those connections. Gives you a good idea what part of the bands are open from your sector.
Got it. Well, alrighty. That sounds good enough. KR4IDJ 7.
Yeah, that was Echo Kilo Romeo 4 Indy Delta Juliet. And it's PSK Reporter. I'm sure most of you already know that, but it's a neat way to see what's going on in the ham radio. And if you're using programs like Ham Radio Deluxe or those other modes, they have the ability, so when you are actually reporting where you're operating, so you're on the web, into that, feeding that data into the PSK Reporter, so it sees everybody, including you, because that's how they get the reports. They're direct reports from each of the persons that are connected. Anyway, who else is west or south?
KF4, KFQ.
All right, KF4, KFQ. Appreciate you hanging in there, Tony. Everything okay? I mean, you don't have to unfreeze your cameras outside, do you?
No. It started snowing about 9 o'clock, and I panicked and ate all the bread and drank all the milk.
Yeah. I'm sure. And then you have to struggle how you're going to get to the store, huh?
Yeah, actually, we went to the store, and it was normal. People weren't even acting crazy or anything, and it was okay. So there you go.
Was it well stocked at that point today?
Absolutely. I think we did wander down the bread aisle, and it was a little sparse, but it wasn't empty.
Yeah, we went Thursday, and it was just a routine trip over to Walmart. And as we went in, it was busy, but not terribly busy. And she said, "We need eggs." I said, "I wouldn't count on the eggs being out there." And all of the eggs were gone. Out of hundreds and hundreds of cartons, they were all empty.
Yeah, well, move to Smyrna. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you guys are better stocked and planned down there.
That's right.
Very good. Anything else for the net, Tony?
No, you're running long. KF4, KFQ.
All right. Well, I'm always running long. Who else is? That was KF4, KFQ, and Tony in Smyrna. Who else is north? South.
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hey, very good, Larry. I'm hearing you real good tonight.
Good thing, no?
Well, very good. Anything else for the net?
No, we'll let you know with it. KE4, that's what I mean.
Very good. Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. That's Larry in Rockville, and he does the D-Star net on 146.460 on every Saturday night. And we need more people in there. So be there if you got a D-Star net, D-Star radio. Anybody else south?
KE4 TYJ.
Oh, very good. KE4 TYJ. Jimmy, you doing all right up there on the mountain?
Yeah, we're up here in the Heights Castle.
Well, bet. I imagine you're not going out on days like today and tomorrow.
Well, we'll see how tomorrow looks like. If anything's open, we may go grocery
go to the grocery store and do our normal shopping. If not, we'll stay home.
You need one of those, what are the APCs to get out of there and get in back in?
I got my pickup truck.
Will it do it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that 4-wheel drive?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can probably do it.
Yeah, you don't live up here without 4-wheel drive, I think. I think it's almost, a prerequisite to live up here.
I would say yes. I don't know how you can afford not to. Although it doesn't, that need doesn't come up as often as it would, say, if you lived in North Dakota.
Yeah, probably not. But it arises more than you would think.
No, I believe it. I mean, it only takes one time where you can't get out, or you need to get out and you're unable to, because I won't leave because of just the situation I have here. We can't. I don't want to leave because I might not be able to come back.
Well, absolutely. I know more than one occasions I have had to go to work, and while I was at work, the weather's changing, and they'll become nasty, and they do not plow the roads coming up to my house at all, and very, very little traffic. So, yeah, there's been more than one occasion there will be on occasion 6 inches of snow on the way up to on the way up home. So, yeah, it happens. I'll be at work and they pull us off the road, and the weather continues to get worse. So, yeah, it's okay. I'll let you get back to net, and good to have you. KE4TYJ.
Quick question. Now, those rigs you drive for work, how do they handle slippery roads?
Terrible. They do all right. The problem is that once they start sliding that kind of ice, nothing's going to stop until they hit something bigger. And that's kind of a big issue.
Yeah, well, it's got a lot of weight moving in one direction. Like you said, once it starts, you ain't going to stop it.
No, it has to hit something bigger. And usually there's not too much out there that's bigger than one of them trucks sliding around, and you say average 45, 50,000 pounds. Once it starts breaking loose, it's better to keep them off the road until it clears, and because you're gonna more likely hurt somebody. Slide into a building, off a road, into a car. It's not good.
Yeah. No, you're right. In fact, when I see those big wrecks, those multiple vehicle wrecks on the interstates, and I don't know if there's been any in the last day or two, but you just think, man, some of those people should have just stayed off the highway.
Stayed home. Been more than one occasion you get out there, and I'll tell you, if it's too bad and on side roads, because we gotta go places that off the beaten path. Don't go in there, come back, whatever it takes, but don't put yourself in a situation where it can become really ugly really quick.
Oh yeah, I can imagine, because there's a lot of roads. I'll just say they're off the beaten path roads, but they're still normal roads in Middle Tennessee. That if you get off on the edge of the road, the 2-lane road where it's got no median, and right next to that roadway is the next step over as you're going down into a ravine.
Yeah, a lot of the roads that we have, that I travel, your lane is from yellow line to white line. You take it all up, and there is no shoulder. Really, there's no room for error. You miss where you're going to have to turn into a driveway or something. There's no place to turn around. So, it can get ugly quick.
Yeah, well, very good. Let's not be talking about ugly now. I might be embarrassed.
Yeah, me too. I get it. All right, let's get back to that. KE4TYJ.
Very good. That's Jimmy in Woodbury. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is anybody else south? Please come now.
W40 Mark.
W4. What's the rest of that call, Mark?
Delta Mike. Second time we.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, I didn't remember the call. Were you here last week? I mean, the last net.
I think it was the week before last. I missed the last.
Okay, very good. And you're located where, Mark? I forget.
Very southern edge of Laverne. It's over the hill from Smyrna.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Laverne brings a pretty good. Laverne and Smyrna are pretty good to me, even if somebody's got a really not a bad antenna, but just not a great antenna. What kind of antenna do you have there?
I think this is a GP3 up about 40 feet.
Oh, yeah, well, that's doing it. Even though it's not the best, GP radio, GP antenna, it still does a great job because the elevation is what does the trick.
Roger. Yeah, anything on the valley going towards you guys up that way, I can do pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. You're right. It's although on occasion when conditions are good, I've worked. Let me think. Murfreesboro on. Guy had an HT and he was mobile. I couldn't believe I could hear him.
Yeah, sometimes you can. I was working a guy out at Rockville, and he was like call sign now, but Tom or Tim out there the other day.
Yeah, it is. It's what makes it fun, though. I mean, you're talking to people you wouldn't necessarily hear, and it works out good. Well, good deal to have you in there. Good deal to have you in there, Mark. Anything else for the net?
No, sir. Sounds like you get a good one going. Everybody stay warm.
Oh yeah, kind of important. That was Mark Whiskey 4 Delta Mike in Laverne. Who else is? Anybody else, Sal? All right, I'm not hearing anybody. And I think we already covered. No, we started from the north. So where's east?
KM4YRF.
First time check-in, eh?
Yeah, a long-time listener, first-time check-in.
Very good. Man, you rushed home to do something, so you must have been busy all day and missed your own net.
Well, actually, I had just spaced it out. I was sitting here waiting for 8 o'clock. I don't know why that was, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I know this might sound really compulsive. What do they call that? Obsessive compulsive. But every net I have is a reminder that comes up with an alarm on my phone. I can still miss nets, but it reminds me about it.
Well, I knew as well as I knew my own name that it was Saturday because we went to the breakfast, and I don't know, just for some reason I had 8 o'clock in my brain like it was Wednesday night.
Yeah, well, every time a net's come along, I have to go, okay, what day is it? Oh, yeah, it's Sunday or it's Saturday or it's Wednesday or whatever. Anyway, appreciate you doing the net for me on Wednesday.
No problem. Happy to do it anytime.
Yeah, very good. Anything good for the net?
Well, I'm just home, snug as a bug in a rug.
Yeah, as long as the public utilities held out, we're all in great shape. Who else is, that was Mike, KM4YRF. Is there anybody else east?
KI4ZDG.
KI4ZDG. Well, appreciate you hanging in there, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem. I just got really nothing else to do. Got Tennessee playing basketball over here in the corner, so not a problem.
I like when people say, I got nothing else to do, so I might as well be here.
Right, and just trying to stay warm. Got spent all day working on carburetors.
Oh man, no, you don't need. You just what you need. The tool for carburetors is a hammer.
I did use a hammer on a carburetor this week.
What kind of carburetors for which motors?
Well, I've got an old Honda generator that I probably hadn't run in, I don't even know, probably the last time I had it down was when the tornadoes came through. That I took it over to a buddy, but they ended up not using it. But the gas tank was dry on it, but the carburetor was full of gunk, and the float was stuck on it. So I just whacked it with a hammer real good when I put some gas in it.
Yeah, but you have to know. That's one of the things you have to know the right size hammer to use.
Oh yeah. But then the kids wanted to ride 4-wheelers today, and I had one that was acting cantankerous, so I had to mess with it a little bit.
Yeah. So we just go do little donuts out there with the 4-wheelers in the snow.
Oh, for sure.
I try to make sure because it's why just go straight.
Oh yeah. There's gotta whip at least one donut.
Although that can be dangerous under certain conditions, you can flip right over.
Oh yeah. Somebody I don't know if our homeowner association or something, but I saw a few neighborhoods had this the blue snow melt on the hills and around the stop signs and stuff like that. But we've never done that before out here. But I noticed that yesterday it was all over the road, and
saw a video. It's been a long time ago on YouTube where the guy was on one of the four-wheeler, and he well, I forget whether he didn't flip it. He just the thing kept going in a circle, and he fell out. And he was trying to chase it down, which is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, and just let that one go.
Yeah. Anyway, they can be like everything, and everything can be dangerous.
Yeah, that reminds me. There's a video of a tug, and I guess it was like a little, I don't know, catering cart or whatever it was. It was just like a small tug, but I guess catering supplies or whatever, and it got stuck in reverse and was doing just basically donuts right in the on the ramp at the airport, and was about to hit an airplane, and this other dude, like everybody's standing around like, what do we do? How are we going to stop it from hitting the airplane? And this guy just grabs another tug and just like comes flying in out of nowhere and just like pile drives that berserk tug and just sent stuff everywhere but saved the airplane.
Oh yeah, well, it's better to sacrifice that than the airplane.
Oh, for sure.
Well, very good. Anything else, Kevin?
That's all I got. Appreciate you guys being there.
All right. Yeah, you're number 24 tonight. I wasn't expecting such a big crowd, I guess, but nobody's got anything to do outside today. It was Kevin, KI4ZDG here in Mount Juliet, Gladeville area. Who else is any place, anywhere? All right, got nothing. So their last chance was given, so I'm just going to give the rundown on the dilly. We're calling all dilly-dalliers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toady, lackards, repeater, kerchunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, and those that approve of it. They do agree that it happened. The moon occupied, backside of the moon is occupied by aliens, either foreign or domestic. And when I say foreign, they're aliens. And there's also one train of thought that says that aliens actually use the moon as a vehicle and they live inside. Also, moon occupied by aliens, of course, that's the one and one. Those that deny it, I think it's the aliens who deny it. Flat earthers, flat earth deniers, scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, and end time survivalists, and the one that everybody believes in, and that's the Bigfoot. Anybody else?
Do you do that from memory?
No, I'm reading off a list. I probably could attempt it, but I'm getting too old for that, whatever it is, 25 items.
I was going to say.
Well, I know it well enough that I can read it fast, so I know you kind of know what's ahead. But it's just, the list didn't start out that big, let me tell you. We've been working on that list for, whatever it is, almost 12 years. So. Anybody else, any place, anywhere? All right, I'm surprised Scott in Laverne hasn't been around in a while. He must be out of town, or not on the air, or he's down living with his son in Georgia. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go right now over to 144.240, unless I hear somebody check in. So it's a big night with 24, so we're going over to 144.240. See you there. All righty, here we are on 144.240. And we are looking for check-ins from the north. Please come now.
KD4CVE.
KD4CVE, Greg and Antioch. I keep saying Antioch. It's still stuck and connected to your call. That's in Hendersonville. Who else is north?
KN4ERI.
Very good. We got Kevin. We got Eric in there, KN4ERI in Goodlettsville. Who was the other party?
WB0NOO.
Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. That would be not 3 Oscars, just 2. And that's Mark in up by the lake, and on the Cumberland, on this side, the good side, the Wilson County side. Who else is north?
KD4GON.
KD4GON. One of us is off frequency there, Danny.
All right. Well, sometimes I don't know.
No, I don't either. You sound fine though. It's you're readable, and that's all that matters. Like I said, on this radio, I actually have to, and I'm not going to do it. I'll send it to a shop, but in order for me to calibrate it, I gotta take the radio apart.
All right, I moved it down one. That changed.
Yeah, I think it's a little better. Sure, you're doing fine. Yeah, you were doing fine. Okay, it would seem to be a little off frequency. Anyway, that's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Danny in Station Camp. Who else is north?
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Very good. I got 2 in there. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. That would be Carlin in Angeltown, Bethpage. And I had November 8, excuse me. November Hotel Tango. That would be Hayes in Andersonville. Who else?
KQ4 OMI.
Kilo Quebec 4 Oscar Mike India. Got Danny in Hendersonville. Anybody else? Nobody else north? How about west?
KG4 LV.
Yeah, what are you on, slow speed?
No, my hands aren't working tonight.
Yeah, I know the feeling. That's Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. And he's in Donaldson. And that's Jack. Who else is west? West or south?
Whiskey 4 Delta Mike.
4 TYJ.
Okay, hold on. So we got 2 in there. Whiskey 4 Delta Mike. And that would be Mark in Laverne. And I heard Jimmy in there. KE4 TYJ. And he's in Woodbury with a good signal. Who else is, where was I? South. South or east?
KM4YRF.
All right, very good. KM4YRF. Michael here in Montjulia. Who else is east?
KI4ZDG.
KI4ZDG, and that is Kevin here in Mount Juliet. I'll just leave it at that. We've got it. MJG. That would solve the problem, wouldn't it? For the Gladeville. Anyway, that was Kevin in Mount Juliet. Who else is south or anywhere? Anybody? Okay, we're good, I think. We had, 11, 12, 13 of us in there tonight. That's a big number. There is a lot of people here tonight. I mean, 24 on 2 meters and then 13 here on upper sideband. So we're moving over to 6 meters on 50.135. So we'll see you there. Alrighty, this is 50.135. This is K4PW looking for check-ins from the, where we start? North, please come down.
KQ4 OMI.
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India, Daniel in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Okay, really, I copy you, okay, Greg, but you are really low audio. Really low. I mean, I can still copy okay, but it's really low. Anyway, that's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
All right, very good. WB0NOO. Who else did I hear in there just a second before? Ah, very good. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, and that's Danny, of course, in Station Camp. His last name is not, of course. Who else is north?
KN4ERI.
Very good. You got Eric in there in Goodlettsville. Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India. Anybody else north? Anybody copying anybody else up north? All righty. Over to the west. Nobody west? Wow, somebody's supposed to be west. Maybe Jack can't do 6 meters. I forget. Mike, can you do 6 meters?
Jack's 6 meter antenna is down.
Okay, Jack is down. All right, very good. Anybody else west, like Charles? All righty, then we're moving over to the south. Whiskey 4 Delta Mike. Very good. Your signal's just a little bit low. I'm not sure which antenna you're using. You can tell me another time, but it's a little bit of low signal. Are you on a horizontal wire maybe? Is that a yes? Yeah, see, I'm on 6 meters. I'm on a little loop, one of those square loops. I forget what they call it, by M squared. So anyway, Whiskey 4 Delta Mike, and that's, and I'll get it right in a second here. That's Mark. I got to get that straight. The second Mark there. Mark, Whiskey 4 Delta. MM should stand for Mark. That's a good way to remember that. Who else is south? Anybody copying any other south stations? Or east stations?
KM4YRF.
I think we had a giant double in there, but I got Mike in there, KM4YRF. Who was the other station? Was there another station? Was that you, Mike, making all that racket? Come back with your call, Mike. Yo, Mike. Yeah, you're making a racket with your signal. It sounds like feedback or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it is noisy. Anybody else hearing that noise? Yeah, I think you're getting feedback into the mic or something. Anyway, that was Mike here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? All righty, anybody, any place, anywhere that we forgot about? Very good. We have 8 of us here, and we're going to go over to 223.415. So we will see you there as K4 PEW closing this portion of the net.